Hi guys, hello and welcome to another Microsoft Excel tutorial. In this tutorial we will going to learn about some of the other features of formatting your Excel spreadsheet. So now in formatting your Excel spreadsheet, we would now like to first of all select A2 through C2. In order for us to do that, we will going to click on the cell location A2. Just like I taught you in the previous tutorial, we can press and hold the Shift key on the keyboard and we can click and select C2. This will allow me to select all the cells from A2 through C2. Then I can bold it, italicize it, underline it, increase the font size. All of those things can be done. However, you'll notice that whenever we do any of these features, it will automatically increase the font size, but will not going to increase the column width. So again, you can go individually to each of the columns and stretch them to fit the size of your choice, or you can double click to auto fit. So you have multiple choices there. Let's first reset some of the formatting by undoing the changes, because I wanted it to be bold and italic, but I did not want it to be underlined at this point. Now, I wanted the size to be increased a little bit for each one of these. And then I'm going to select again. A2, press and hold Shift, C2. Now to center align the text, you can click here to center align. Now you may ask, why do we have two center aligns? The two center aligns are basically used because this one, the one where I'm moving my mouse right now, this is your horizontal alignment, left, center, and right. If your cell size, if your cell height is larger or higher than one line, then you can actually use vertical alignment as well. Let me show you how it works. Let's have a look at this line where you have student name, student ID, and GPA. So if I bring my mouse on the line that separates lines 2 and 3, or rows 2 and 3, and I can press and hold the left click and I can drag, notice the line height has now increased. Where is the text being placed right now? Towards the bottom, because that's where the vertical alignment has been set. Now let me do something very similar to Andrew's School of Sciences. But I want Andrew's School of Sciences to be placed right in the center and the middle of that cell. In order for me to accomplish that, I will go in vertical alignment and click on middle align. So notice when I click on Andrew and I choose middle align, it will place Andrew's School of Sciences right in the center and middle of the cell. Besides that, you can select the cells by simply pressing and holding the left click on a cell and then move your mouse in the direction of selection. That is an alternate approach to you using the mouse to select multiple cells. Once the cells are selected, then you can apply some of the features and formats, like I want to apply colors. I can go under Font Launcher button, and that gives me far more properties of fonts to work with. These are the properties that are more than what's available to you in the font group. So you can choose the font and styles and sizes and effects, and here you can preview. Besides that, you can also work with alignment right here. You can work with borders, fills, protection, number. We're going to explore these features as we go in this tutorial so that you can get to see majority of the features of formatting. So that's why we will have more than one sessions of formatting. Anyway, to click OK here, you simply click the OK button. And now, coming down to the remaining cells, A3 through A13, I can take the same approach. Click in A3, press and hold the Shift, click A13. That's one approach. The other approach is you press and hold the mouse on A3 and keep coming down till you hit each A13, and then you will stop and then you'll let go your left click. So that will allow you to select A3 through A13. Once you do your selection, you can apply similar properties, like if you want to italicize it, you want to change the font style. So all of these different approaches are available to you. Okay, now let me do something similar to numbers, but I want to select multiple columns. There are multiple approaches to do that as well. You can actually press and hold your left mouse click, and then you can keep dragging it till you reach the point where you want to end your selection. That's one way to do that. The other way to do that is, let's say if I'm in cell location B3, I can press and hold the shift on the keyboard, and I don't have to keep dragging. Rather, I'll go to the last cell in the last column of selection, and I'm going to, while holding the shift, I'm going to left click. And that will select everything from cell B3 through C13. So you got to keep holding the shift while you click in the last destination cell. Once I'm done with this selection, again, I can apply the formatting, I can apply the colors, whatever I would like to do, I can pretty much do that. I can change the fonts. So pretty much anything that can be done with one can be done with the other. Okay, now, what I would like to teach you next is how you can do autofill. In order for you to autofill, you need to have certain format going first of all. For example, over here, I have a format going 101, 102, 103, 104. So there's a format going, means all the numbers are separated by 1 in between them. So if I select these cells, one of the many ways that I've already taught you, you can use that to select these cells. Once these cells are selected, now Excel is smart enough to understand the pattern if you use the Autofill Handler. So where is this Autofill Handler? It's located in the bottom right corner. You see this little square? If you bring your mouse over that square, you will notice that your mouse pointer changes to a plus sign. Then you press and hold, and you drag it. And you notice, as I'm dragging it down, it is giving me those numbers that I'm going to be putting in there. And it autofills those numbers. That's one of the great features that Excel understands, the Autofill Handler, and we're going to use this a lot in formulas and some of the other stuff. Now I'm going to just put some of the GPAs. Now let's learn to apply the background. So if I pick Andrews School of Sciences, to apply the background in the font group, you have this paint bucket-like symbol. You can click on the arrow, and then you can choose any of the background colors available. So whichever you think will going to fit your need, you can choose that background color. Now, you can also select multiple cells to give the background color as well. And, of course, you can select the cells like this as well to apply the background color. Move your mouse. As you can move your mouse around, you can see this is what we call the live preview, which was not available in the earlier versions of Office, but Microsoft made it available in Office 2007, 2010 onwards. Anyway, so once you have finalized the color that you would like to stick with, you click on that. Now the other thing I want to teach you is how you can apply borders so that all of this region that I have my text in, along with the column headings, they should have solid border lines. So again, I use the same feature I taught you earlier, that I click in the first cell, I took my mouse in the destination cell, then I press and hold the shift and I click, everybody is selected. In the font group, you have this icon for borders. Right now, the bottom border is selected. Whichever border is selected, it will going to show you that particular bordering style in the box. But you can click the drop-down box, and here you can choose all borders. So now it automatically applies all borders to all the cells. So this is how you can apply the formatting to the data in the cell. So in the next tutorial, we're going to learn a little bit more about formatting the text. And then, eventually, once we have learned enough about formatting the text in the environment, we will actually add more columns, and just so that you can see if adding more columns to the sheet, how will you adjust the heading Andrews School of Sciences? And then we will going to eventually learn to apply formulas as we move forward. Hope you would have enjoyed this tutorial.